your situation in reading these facts could have turned out very badly. It doesn't go well when it's two people get in a car, there's a sword in the car, and people have drugs. You understand? Court is calling 2024 CR 009393, State of Texas versus Paul Anthony Ramirez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Jason Garrett, Your Honor.
Defense?
Attorney Bill Simmons for defense.
And are you Mr. Ramirez?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, they're letting you guys have rubber bands and stuff at the,
No.
I think that's considered contraband. So you may want to check, because otherwise they're going to take away your privileges
Okay.
for using that, okay? Read, I don't know if they still give out handbooks at the jail, but if they do, you need to read that, because the wrapping around your hair, that's considered contraband. All right, counsel, you've received all of the discovery.
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Ramirez, did you review the application for community supervision?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
I know you're waiving count one and proceeding on count two.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Ramirez, did you review the court admonishments and waivers with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand in count two, you're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1, 4 grams to 200 grams. That's a second-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you could both sign that. Did you understand?
Yes.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and I'll let you sign that.
Just for the record, this is the appeal form that we said we discussed prior to us entering the plea, saying that we're not going to appeal the case if the judge follows our plea agreement. You understand? Yes, sir.
Here's your copy. Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
In my opinion, he does, Your Honor.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Ramirez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 4 years in the prison. State recommends community supervision. They're taking in consideration County Court Cause number 636209. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
It is, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 6 years and there be a TAP evaluation. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offenses charged in count 2, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, any evidence?
Yes, Your Honor. State exhibit number 1 with offense attached.
No objection.
All right, and state you may be excused.
Thank you, sir.
Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney?
Ma'am.
Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney To cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call in the right to remain silent.
Um,
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
We would just pray the court to follow the plea agreement.
All right. How old are you?
27.
Do you have any children?
No, ma'am.
So who do you live with?
Right now, my mother.
All right. Do you have employment?
No, ma'am.
When's the last time you were employed?
2017. 18.
So how are you supporting yourself?
I just got out of prison.
All right. And who is Faith Contreras to you?
That's a family friend.
All right. So she is no longer a family friend because I'm gonna order that you have no contact with her. You understand? Your situation in reading these facts could have turned out very badly. It doesn't go well when it's 2 people get in a car, there's a sword in the car, and people have drugs. You understand?
Yes,
I mean, no, that's what they said. The police pulled you over and there's a sword in the vehicle. And you all have drugs. And obviously somebody was high because there was a pipe in the vehicle as well. So you get pulled over, you all are driving around with a sword. It's not the purge. So there's no reason to have a sword. You understand? How far did you go in school?
10th, 11th grade.
Why did you drop out?
Well, I left 6th grade. I
Why?
got tried as an adult.
I'm sorry?
I got tried as an adult when I was 14.
Ah, okay. Wait, 6th grade, that's 14 years old now?
That's how old I was. 6th, 7th grade.
It's, Your Honor, that, I believe he's,
No, I'm just wondering.
background's been pretty, but he was tried as an adult, I believe, at 14, and he was he had been locked up since he was 21 for that same offense.
Okay. Do you want to go back to prison?
No, man.
All right, so that means that even though however you ended up where you've ended up, dropping out at 6th grade, being tried as an adult, here's your shot to better yourself and not spend the rest of your life in prison, okay?
Sure.
So this is what I'm gonna do. Sentence you to 4 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 6 years. Take in consideration County Court Cause number 636-209. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, field visits 1 time per month for 6 months, proof of employment within 30 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care with minors. I'm going to order 200 hours of community service restitution. If he obtains his GED or some type of trade school certificate, 100 hours will be waived. There's to be no contact with Faith Garcia Contreras. There's to be a gang evaluation. How often were you using drugs?
Just recently, just.
All right, here's the thing. You need to be honest with me because,
I just barely got out of prison, so
okay.
it was only like a matter of like 3 or 4 weeks.
All right, and how often were you using though? You get out of prison, you meet with this Faith Garcia Contreras person. How often had you been using? When you,
Like every other day.
all right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a TAP evaluation. in custody, let me just tell you, the TAP evaluation in custody takes about 2 weeks. I don't know much about his criminal history other than what I see in the system. I'm also going to see about a referral to felony drug court. They may not accept you for gang affiliation reasons. You understand? Right. Probation. Is there anything else? Is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
No,
All right. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney?
yes,
Did you understand it and sign it?
yes, ma'am.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak with an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
We can go off the record. So here's the thing. I know there are some things you may not understand since you've been locked up since 6th grade. But this is what I want to tell you, and I want you to listen to me very closely. Obviously, the state wants you to succeed. Your attorney wants you to succeed. I want you to succeed. That's why I gave you this chance on probation. But you got to want it for yourself. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, in Texas, there comes a point in time, if you pick up another case, you're habitual. That means that your minimum is 25 years. So you're going to have to be on the straight and narrow. And anytime you think about doing something, hanging out with gang members, I understand at the age of 6th grade that sometimes when you go to prison, you have to affiliate in order to survive and have a not decent life at the prison, but be able to come out hopefully safe physically. I understand that, but you're going to have to put that behind you. And do not get any more facial tattoos. And the reason why I tell you that is because when you're trying to get employment, when you're meeting people, they will see that and they will think certain things. You understand?
I'm not, Your Honor.
All right. And in this court, communication is key. If you need something, let your probation officer know. If you feel they're not addressing it, you can always come back to the court and we'll see what we can do. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good luck to you. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, Your Honor, and
Yes.
he's been in custody for about 120 days or so. Would the court give that consideration and letting him get out to take his TAP evaluation or do TAP in custody?
No, he's going to do the tap in custody. And let me explain to you why I want you to do the tap in custody. Because immediately when you got out of prison, you started using a lot of drugs. And I know when people are locked up and they're released, they say, you know what? I'm never going to be back here again. I'm sure when you got released out of prison, you're like, I'm going to be on the straight and narrow. I'm not going to let this happen again. I will not put my life in jeopardy that way. But immediately when you got out of prison, what did you do? You got with this Faith Garcia Contreras person, and you all are driving around in a vehicle with a sword in meth. So many things could have went wrong for you guys. You understand? So this is to help you help yourself. All right?
No.
All right. Good luck to you.
And we keep it working like Oouchie the boss. We tryna catch up like we hit us a fault. We gotta win, ain't taking no loss.